Hello, today I'll be talking to you about resolving an issue with Dymo printers on Mac computers experienced by some of our RepairStorm users. So here's some background. In the past few months, many of our clients who run RepairStorm on Mac computers have been unable to print labels to their connected Dymo printers. Dymo Web Services fails to run as expected. This problem occurs on both older Intel-based Macs running the Catalina 10.15 operating system and on the new ARM-based M1 Macs running Catalina or newer operating systems. To their credit, Dymo developers have been working hard to resolve this problem and recently developed a working solution, though it does require several steps to successfully implement. In this video, I will demonstrate the steps required to completely remove the current Dymo software, verify all previous components and certificates are removed, install the current Dymo software required for RepairStorm, verify Dymo Connect web services are running as expected, perform a hard reload and empty the Chrome cache, and successfully print a Dymo label from RepairStorm running in the Chrome browser. So let's get started. Let's begin by ensuring we have administrative privileges on the Apple computer. Then we'll download the installed package from the version of Dymo we are currently running. This may be the Dymo label software version 8.75 as I've shown here, or the Dymo Connect software versions 1.4.2 or 1.4.3. So to verify what you have, you want to go into Applications and then right-click on the Dymo label software or Dymo Connect software and then click Get Info. And when the page pops up, it'll show the version number, in this case 8.7.5.47. The next thing we want to do is download the currently installed version of Dymo software. I like to go to the Dymo compatibility chart to find the latest and greatest version. Once it's downloaded, I'll go into my downloads folders and I'll double click on the DMG file, open up the package, and then this will run, verify. So I'm going to run the installation until I get to the installation type. Now at the installation type screen, I want to click on this Customize button, and then I want to make sure I check the Uninstall checkbox, and then click Install. And then let that run. Okay, it thinks it's pretty much done. Notice at the top of the screen the Dymo Web Services icon is now gone. In this case, I'll move this one to the trash because I don't need this version. This is the version we're getting rid of. And then we'll start going through the steps to make sure everything's removed. So the first thing we want to do is unplug our Dymo printer. And then we'll go to the Systems folder, System Preferences. Make sure it's removed. And any other Dymo printer you'll probably want to remove. To make sure this goes thoroughly, you want to remove everything Dymo. Then we're going to go to the Applications folder, make sure the Dymo folder has been removed. It looks like it has. I don't know if you noticed when we started this that the Dymo was showing up. Then we're going to go to the Library Extensions folder, and that will be found under your hard drive, Library Extensions, and we want to make sure that Dymo has been removed from it. In this case it has. Then we'll go down to Frameworks and make sure there's no reference to Dymo. There is a reference, so we'll manually remove this one. Just take it to the trash. Then we'll go down to the Launch Agents folder and make sure there's no Dymo information still there. I don't think there is. No, Dymo's removed from that. So then we'll go to the launch daemons. Same thing, we're looking for Dymo. Is there any Dymo here? No Dymo. So that's good. And then we'll finally go to the printers folder and make sure that the Dymo printer has been removed, but it hasn't, so we'll go ahead and remove that one. Now if you were running version 1.4 or 1.4.3 of Dymo Connect, some of these files won't be here, but you'll still want to go through this whole process to make sure that you've gotten everything. Next thing we want to do is verify that our certificates have been removed. So to go there, I'm going to go to my Utilities folder and double click Keychain Access, and then I'm going to search for the word Dymo. Doesn't matter if you put it in uppercase or lowercase. Not finding it, so that's good. If I did find it, then I need to remove it. And the other thing I'm going to do is look for the word local and verify that there is no keychain for local. I don't see either one of these. Looks like everything's gone from the keychain access, so that's good as well. So now we're ready to reinstall and start over. So now we'll go back to our compatibility chart, and we are running Monterey on this machine. So I'm going to go ahead and use Dymo Connect version 1.4.3. In fact, that's what you're going to use. 1.4.2 doesn't have a web services component. That's one of the fixes that Dymo has already applied. So then we're going to put that in our downloads folder. I've already done that, so I'm just going to go over to my downloads, find it, here it is here, and run that installer. In this case, the installation type will just be standard. We're not going to uninstall, we're going to install, so we can skip this customize button. Again, we need our password, and we'll let that install. Now the trick here is when this installation is done, we need to wait. Oh, in this case it popped up right away. In many cases this screen for terminal doesn't show up fast enough. So it's sitting here at a prompt that says password, so you need to put in your administration password, which you noticed you didn't even see it. And then it's going to prompt me again for it again. I don't always see these double prompts. And now it's done, but before I click close, I want to go in and plug in my printer and go back to my system and make sure my printer is actually installed. So I'll go back to System Preferences, Printers, there it is, it's there, that's good. And notice also, as this installation completes, we now have a Dymo label, or a Dymo Web Services running, and we can verify that it is running correctly, so we will diagnose it. It says it is running properly, but I do want to walk through this last step of verifying the key again. So we're going to go back to our utilities and our keychain access, and we will once again search for local. And notice there's one called localhost, but it doesn't say what it belongs to, so I need to click on it, and then I'll see that it actually belongs to Dymo. I also want to verify while I'm here that it is appropriate, and it is, because I see that it says certificate valid. So I want to click on this trust, and rather than using system defaults, I want to say always trust. You don't necessarily need to do that as long as this little green icon. If it was red, you would definitely have to manually set this. So that one's good. And then I'm going to search for Dymo, and here's the Dymo root, same thing. This one's already marked as trusted, so that's good. But let's go ahead and look at the get info and verify that it's already set to always trust. So we should be good to go. Now we're going to go into our application, and I'm going to go up to RepairStorm, and before I continue, I want to go ahead and refresh my cache. in order to do that, I'm going to have to hit Option Command J, which puts me into my console, and then I will right click the refresh button and click empty cache and hard reload. Then I will go to one of my orders and just test this. And order lookup, pick an order. Print Dymo label. I should see a success. There it is. I can go ahead and hit my Option Command J again to close that. Anyway, so now it's successful. I've successfully printed and everything looks like it's working fine. So that's it, and thanks for your time.